42 a.m. leaving the Hughes Compound Southern Command, also known as FRAS. That's right, the flyingRich Autonomous Zone. And I am wearing my Gideon Optics shirt, and we are going to Space Coast Range Day because the guns won't shoot themselves. Somebody's going to have to shoot them. Oh, I should have said Pew. Damn. Johnny B, all the years, I let you down. Sorry about that. I got my cooler. My cooler is my co-pilot, other than my car that drives itself. My cooler is my co-pilot. It is packed with... let's take this puppy off power saving mode. And I know I sent it to this phone. Jonathan Dickinson Park, no. Where would I want to go if I'm going? Space Coast Range Day, Palm Bay, Florida. Yes. Directions. Yeah, probably navigation is one of the important considerations. Johnny 3-Bar, do you sleep? Hour and 20 minutes, 81 miles. The car will be able to do that no problem. And so Johnny 3-Bar, does the video look any better? I've bought a new phone. So I'm just curious. Oh, I need to puncture something so I get better air bleed. Let's see. The car is not driving itself yet. Gotta break out the definition knives. Sharper. Yeah, there's like 8K. Not on this camera, I don't believe. I haven't checked the camera specs. So I got the new Samsung S25 Ultra. And we're breaking out the definitionknives.com to puncture a bleed air hole in my coffee. And famous baseball player's house is still under construction. I feel bad for that dude. Who is that? I can't read. If I could only read. Alright, I'm getting in front of him. Welcome to beautiful Florida at 71 degrees at 7:45 a.m. Hold on. I got a 1 mile straight stretch of road where the car will drive completely on its own. What's he building there? They're actually, he bought 2 additional properties and tore down the buildings. And all right. So let's see. Let me get up to speed. What do we got going on? I mean, kind of annoying. They left overnight these road construction signs, which just turn them sideways or fold them over or something. They're the fabric ones. And let's see. All right, let me get the car consuming. Wait, did I not hit? What does it say? Radar not ready. Communication process. What? No! I'm gonna have to manually drive the car. Say it ain't so. All right, let me try. Hold on. Let's restart the software. Reboot. Okay, it's for fudge. I'm all over the road. Alright. I drove this car because I didn't want to drive. Does that make any sense? Give me a second, I'll catch up with the chats and greet everyone. So I'm going to Space Coast Range Day, and I've got a cooler full of Body for Life food I made yesterday. And as I already said, because I'm too cheap to pay for it. That, and I don't know, maybe it's a little fulfilling making your own food. Not that I like cooking. I don't know that anybody that gets older likes cooking. Actually, Guy Paul from church likes cooking. I think he went to culinary school and he's a jeweler. I don't know how that worked out. Alright. Did Frog Pilot reboot? Not yet. Yes, Frog Pilot has booted. Why am I'm still getting... Alright, please clear the LA keeping malfunction. lane keeping malfunction is gone. Please work. Yes, it works. All right, so the problem with that is they do like nightly updates, and sometimes you get a stinker. All right, so as the car is driving on its own, let me put this here. So 3 legs, limps with a cane. Aha. Did you change your name? 3 legs, limps with a cane. It's Joe. I changed my name. Okay, and there is the answer. And I wouldn't want you watching my video and smelling. So thank you for taking a shower. All right, do I put this here? All right. Oh, and did that connect? Navigation. We have navigation. But not the right system. We gotta hit that button or that button. And then navigate to where it says maps and not hit the car in front of me. Where HIJKLM. Yeah. There.
Lane departure alert system. A malfunction in the lane departure alert system has been detected.
Yeah, we got that. We cleared that.
Please
Cleared that with a reboot.
dealer in order to have your vehicle inspected immediately.
Bring your Rexus to the Rexus dealer. We need your money immediately. And TC everybody, blessed day. We alive, yeah. Blessed day to you. So, let's see. I don't even know what roads we're going on. How lame am I? Yeah, I don't know if we're going north on the turnpike or north on 95. I just let the GPS tool on my brain work. That looks like I can't tell because there's things in front of turn left. It just says turn left at 1.3 miles. 1.3 miles is probably the turnpike. Yeah, it looks like the turnpike. Okay. There's other stuff on the top of the map overlaid, so sometimes it's still tough seeing-ish. And of course, can't have breakfast without crappy decaf coffee and Kirkland 5-hour energy drink. Can you say that fast? So we're going to Space Coast Range Day, and oh, is that a horse manure or an animal? That's an animal. And one of the guys from the church is volunteering, feeding people at a homeless kitchen. Not only is he, paying or cooking, providing the meals, but he's also serving, him and his wife, and they're telling me it's very rewarding, that it's good for their soul, and that the other night there was like a young couple there, and usually it's older people, he says, and when I say, not people in their 20s and 30s, that's what I mean. But if you got free time, I would highly recommend you consider doing some charitable acts of service. Why am I behind a cement truck, man? Well, it's not a cement truck, it's a dump truck, but might as well be. Fudge, I almost didn't make it through the light. Oh, that's right, other people went through the yellow light too, so I'm not the worst offender. See, it's okay if there's somebody worse than you. If there's nobody, if you're the worst, then it's not okay. So, yeah, do acts of service. It's good for the soul. And am I missing comments? We got 5 people watching. 2 thumbs up. Thank you. All right, do I break out the breakfast? And in bag number 1, the unbelievably, what do we have here? We have 2 hard-boiled eggs, 1 piece of whole wheat bread with natural peanut butter. And not all natural peanut butter is the same, believe it or not. I didn't know that. Some say natural, and they still have sugar and all that bit. I hate the foam cooler noise, vibrating noise, squeaky noise. Not like it's just an annoying noise. It's not like nails on a chalkboard. It's just not cool. So I'm very excited. Going to Space Coast Range Day, and of course, it is my favorite kind of range day where I got a free media pass. So, I'm just thinking, and some thoughts shoot through my head. So, acts of service, of charitable service, are good for the soul to do. So, people, if you have an opportunity to help out somewhere, and some places are pretty informal about helping out. So you might just walk up and say, "Hey, can I help? I see you're doing some sort of homeless outreach, or whatever." I'll tell you what I want to do. Like, we have a men's group at the church. I'd love to do car stuff. Like, hey, let's do an oil change day or something like that. All right, let's get up to preferred cruising velocity. There's no highway pirates. No highway pirates in the next couple of miles. Click. Okay, we are fully functional. ETA 9:04 a.m. That is within the window. I said between 9 and 9:30 was going to be my ETA. So what are you guys up to? What are you guys doing? Get a paper towel. Good morning, Tuck. You guys are up early. I'm impressed. I am impressed. And most of the time I'm laying in bed with the doggies as my wife goes to work. Oh, darn. This is my wife's gluten-free microbread. I didn't make this with the full-size whole wheat. No! And stay out of the right lane. That looks okay. No po-po. We're good to go. Oh, should I clean my hands first? All right, ready? Got the hand sanitizer. Some people will say the germs make you stronger. So, I've been up since yesterday. Sleep schedules are wrong. Oh no! So, I watched Matt Carricker, Demolition Matt, his last Off the Ranch video. And that is the pogo. I watched the last Matt Carricker video, and it was kind of touching, kind of nice. I would say take a look at it. He's I met him once at SHOT Show at the Otis cleaning. There was a meet and greet, and he looked a little run down. So, and it's funny. A couple of times this has happened to me in my life, where you meet somebody you want to talk to, or you have an opportunity where you could like sit down and chat with them. But I look at them. I saw like the bags on his eyes, and he was nice enough and kind enough of a fellow. But I'm like, yeah, let me not, let me just make him say, DLD After Dark, not familiar. That's what they did. But he, and I figured I'd see him at another SHOT Show. And same thing, like there's one year, and I know another one, Smash Time said the same thing. He's like, hey, I saw Brandon Herrera at SHOT Show, and he looked spent. He's like, I'll talk to him next year. And I did the same thing once. I saw Brandon, and I was like, oh, he looked like... When you're so popular, like walking to the men's room takes an hour when you're a booth away from it because everybody wants to shake your hand. That's gotta suck. That's gotta... I mean, I think in some ways, the good parts are probably good, and the bad parts probably suck. In ITs, I got a stalker. Somebody figured out my address. I affectionately call him. He's a nice guy. He wrote me a handwritten letter. He said we were emailing, and then I stopped responding, which I don't know. Whatever. But it ended up being a nice guy. But I tease him. He's like, "Why you call me a stalker?" I'm like, "Yeah, dramatic effect. You know, little bit of drama." But yeah, I can imagine YouTubers having people show up at their house or have them show up at their work. Like I watch a lot of car YouTuber guys, and maybe I am a little bit of a stalker because I think like, oh, can I figure out where that is? And I'm like, holy cow, I figured out where that is. You know. There's one car YouTuber, I'm like, dude, I figured out where your shop is and where your house is by this, this, and this. Don't show those anymore because it's very distinguishable. And I don't know if that's stalkerish also. Wow, did we go down the wrong? Anyhow, definitionknives.com. Where am I? So, we are on our way to Space Coast Range Day. Guerrilla Munitions, they do 8.6 Blackout ammo. They're going to be there. I did bring my 8.6 Blackout gun with me. You're not supposed to bring guns to the event, but I'm going to see if Guerrilla wants to have it on display or not. Maybe I get some ammo. It's always about the free. It's always about... Why? Why am I C-blocked? Oh. Alright. Why is there somebody hauling gravel in the left lane? Oh my gosh, and there's a sheriff. The sheriff that just went by, he's right behind this truck. Always ticks me off. You get a whole line of trucks going 69 miles an hour, and then the one truck has to pass 5 trucks going 71 miles an hour. Oh, wrong button. That button. Dude, really? Really? You need to pass that guy. Is he going for the single pass? Please make it the single pass. No, it's not the single pass! I mean, legit, do I have to C-block people? So this guy in the right lane was in the left lane going 71 miles an hour. C-block away. I don't know. Alright, and the car says I've got 302 miles of range with me, which probably at my speed that's never true. And we're going to be going like 200 and change miles, so hopefully I don't need to refill. Johnny 3-bar wood. Oh, definitionknives.com. Look at you! I saw some blue there. Thank you, man. You are a total... Johnny 3-bar, are you going to be at GOA Goals or anything? You are Johnny on the spot. Totally appreciate that. Dropping the links. I mean, you must have a notepad with all the links. Tell me how you do it. Do you have, like, some some text pad, whatever, open. Fluffy Bunny, how are you, sir? Good morning. I'm eating, you don't want to see that. Natural peanut butter. From gluten-free whole wheat microbread. Dude, alright. So I'm doing the Body for Life diet, and I got a cooler, I'll show you that in a minute. You have to eat 6 meals a day. Breakfast is coffee. Yeah, wow. Usually people are passing me, but there is a sheriff in the left lane going exactly 85 miles an hour, and I don't plan on passing him. And I guess these people passing me don't realize that's a sheriff in the left lane going 85 miles an hour because nobody's passing him. So what do they call it when you have a stalking horse? You know, somebody runs point. I guess a running point. Maybe that's what it is. So we are on our way to Space Coast Range Day. How's the video on this? So Johnny 3-Bar said it was sharper. New phone, this is the S25 Ultra. So I no longer have cracked front screen, cracked back screen in areas where I can't touch it because it doesn't know I'm touching it. Did that go weird? Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let's flip you around. I think we're going to be going over some river and the flippy button. Oh, I gotta get the flippy button in time. Where's the river? There it is. And I didn't even look at the weather. So, let's dock you guys. So my wife got the iPhone Pro 16 Max Pro. She says, oh, it's too big for my hands. And I'm like, I guess after she put the case in or all that bit, she was having problems syncing with Bluetooth. I'm trying to think what was weird is I had a Note 20 or whatever, S20 or whatever. So here's my problem. I want to pay $200 for a phone. I don't want to pay over $1,000 for a phone. I think that's a crime against humanity. But because of my, sausage fingers, I need something with a stylus. Because voice to text works a lot of the time. I might be able to get away with and I just thought I should have paid for my phones directly from my business account, but oh well. So, oh, that's definition eyes. Oh, you dropped the Space Coast Range Day. Very cool, very cool. So, Space Coast Range Day, and I didn't finish my phone. So, the Galaxy phones, the Samsung phones, I mean, I'm in the Samsung ecosystem. I got the watch. I do like the watch. It might be for stupid reasons, but whatever. One of the other things we talk about as far as preparedness is you probably need to have a good mechanical watch. No battery, just the spring, not solar powered, just a spring and a winder. Good mechanical, yes, good mechanical watch. Is it bad if I see construction sites that have cargo containers on them for storing stuff and they're not banged up like mine? I know I got a good deal on mine, so I probably just got to shut up and take it. Looks like osprey nest? So I got, again, the box truck in front of me, going 71 miles an hour. The ultra hard day all across. Of my gluten-free whole wheat toast with natural peanut butter, one slice. Most of my breakfast is gone. So the mission today, I'm actually meeting X7 Studios, Christian Nelson, another friend of mine. I don't know if he's much of a YouTuber or not, more Instagrammer. Christian is, I don't know how far back we go, but we're like Florida range buddies. Cool guy. We've been going Iraq veteran, and you know he does drone. He's a professional drone pilot. And he does sell. I don't know if I can tell what he does. Anyhow, he's a professional drone pilot. Damn. All right, you know when you're old, when you know when there was nothing somewhere, and the joke goes, I get in the car with Grandpa. Grandpa says, "Look over there!" You know, he looks out the right window. As far as the eye can see. Oh, this is pretty. Let's flip. And I didn't flip it. And it's not pretty anymore. There's all these cute palm trees lined up. Nice. Brett Martin! Hey! I'm going to Space Coast Range Day. I guess in the Cocoa Beach area, something like that. How's it going, Brett? So Brett is let's flippy. Whoop. Brett is my mesh-tastic buddy, so he is the guy that seeded Palm Beach with solar-powered mesh-tastic nodes. So, good morning, Brett. I'm on my way to Space Coast Range Day. Brett's another cool guy in the hood that I don't get to see much. He always does some interesting stuff. I see. Brett, I'm a little jealous of. He always has like a weekend planned, you know, doing something, and I'm trying to paradigm shift how my wife and I do things. My wife's idea of a fun weekend is shopping and running errands, and I'd rather, don't get me wrong, because Brett, tell me if I'm right on this. Because there's 360 beach days in Florida, you never go to the beach because it's never a commodity. It's never a precious thing. So I'll go to the beach like twice a year. Even though it's 10 miles from my house, 20-minute ride. I probably ought to get up extra early, go to the damn beach, lay on the beach, and commune with nature a little bit. So the other thing, one of the guys, so a little bit of life hacking here. Guy I worked with a bunch of years ago. In fact, I'd love to look him up. I got a couple of funny stories about the guy, but like the guy, he always said him and his wife would do something on Friday night because it made the weekend seem longer. And that makes a lot of sense. And let's see, let me get into some clean air here. Brett is another one of my friends. He's got a Cybertruck. So not only a smart guy, and Brett, if you ever need anything 3D printed for Mesh-tastic stuff, let me know. And earlier this week, I flew over. He's like very smart. Brett's very smart. He figured out, I would say, the cheat code on how to locate Mesh-tastic nodes. I'm not going to publicly say what he's been doing, but he kind of figured out a pretty good cheat code on locating Mesh-tastic nodes. So I took my drone and I flew over one node that he generously dropped in my hood, so I could connect to the network, which is very cool. He's using the better nodes because, and I say they're better because they use less power, so they're more suited for running on solar power. And I was surprised when I flew over it how small the solar panel was. I'm like, dude, that's tiny, and it works. So I think it's been up there for over a year. I'm gonna bang a left. While I'm gripping my coffee in a. So, yeah, he's using the rack wireless. I'm using the, what is it called? Heltec V3 modules. And no reason, just when I ordered them, Amazon. Like, Amazon wasn't much more expensive than AliExpress, so I got them on Amazon. And yes, this is carbon fiber nylon, a little bit of overkill, ASA. Just so if something is going to be in your car, don't print it out of PLA. That's the short message. Print it out of a higher temperature material, because the case is warped and distorted. So I printed cases. The first test case, because I had it on the printer, was carbon fiber nylon, but ASA is a little bit of a cheaper material, and it's highly water resistant. And where apparently carbon fiber nylon is not as water resistant, believe it or not. With bad eyesight, I looked over and I thought I had $50 in super chats, but it's just the dollar sign and a zero. Yeah, riding the bike to the beach in the morning would be nice, yeah. Skiing, yeah. 20 years? No! I don't know, I'm trying to think. When I worked at the Mayo Clinic, I took the family skiing. We went to Breckenridge for like a week. I think after that, we skied like a little slope for a couple hours in Pennsylvania. I worked in Maine, and I think I went skiing twice when I worked in Maine at another company, and I haven't been skiing since. And so, which is interesting because my skis are in the corner of my garage, which probably ought to go in the cargo container. You know, which I've got to clean my office. It's been a year. It's been a year since I've had the time to clean my office and have it. Yeah, I mean, if you live in ski country and don't ski, you probably got to make a point to do it. Just like me, like scuba diving. I always thought, as a New Yorker, you always hear about going to the Keys and scuba diving. And when I was talking to somebody local in Jupiter about scuba diving, they're like, "Are you insane? Diving here is the best diving in the world." I'm like, what? Because I guess PR, commercialism, whatever, all you hear about is skiing, scuba diving in the Keys, and not scuba diving in Jupiter. But yeah. So, and I've been teasing Brett before the whole Elon Musk teaming up with Trump. I was teasing Brett about, or actually Brett was telling me, let me get the story straight. Brett was telling me that with the Cybertruck and Elon Musk buying X, you get the rolling coal guys that don't like the Cybertruck. And since Elon Musk bought X and made it free speech and let all the orange man bad people back on, you know, that kind of thing. He's saying you gotta get off in 3.7 miles. Okay. He's saying that the greenie left didn't like the Cybertruck either. So most people on either side didn't like the Cybertruck. Now, the lack of impulse control left are vandalizing Cybertrucks. It's pretty amazing to me. So Glenn Beck's opening monologue on Friday, taking a boat to Bimini next week. Nice, nice. So are you renting a boat? Is it your boat? So I've been asking Brett. I'm like, so I'm guessing Brett has the security cameras, whatever they call it, where all the cameras are recording all the time on the Cybertruck. I'm guessing he has that on all the time. And I've been like, hey man, you haven't been keyed yet? And not that I want him to. I think I think the most vile thing anyone should do is leave a nasty note. But again, Brett doesn't have anything to do with Elon Musk. None of us do. And worse yet, if you were a lefty and you bought a Cybertruck and you don't have money to blow on another vehicle, you know, maybe you're in a loan or whatever it may be, or it's paid off and you don't have money for a new car, why would anyone penalize you? That's incredibly, you know, and the best kind of boat in the world, a friend's boat. Let's see, I am jumping off exit 152 in 1 mile. So Brett, do you have full self-drive on your side? I bet you do. I bet you. You're a technophile enough. I'm real sure you have full self-drive. Yeah, I have never gone to the Bahamas or anything like that. Any island off of Florida, other than when I was living in New York, go to Puerto Rico or Dominican Republic, something like that. I can't imagine how much, I'm like just thinking gallons per hour boat-wise. That's got to be an F ton of money in fuel. All right, so we're jumping off at 152. Are we going down 95 now? Is that the plan? I could have gone 95 to here. I hate when the GPS does that because the turnpike at 95 in my hood in Jupiter on Indiantown Road, if you look at the map, go to Google Maps, they're right next to each other. Pick a lane, car, left lane closed ahead. All right, and let's drop the maximum speed because we're a local. Coming up to an intersection, I gotta pay attention. Good morning. Who are we saying good morning to? FSD. Nice! Now, is that a monthly subscription? Is FSD a monthly subscription? My wife doesn't use... my wife and I basically have the same car. And she doesn't use the comma AI system. In fact, she doesn't even use cruise control. She says she feels like she's not in control, and I don't know if that's a man-woman thing, that I am happy to delegate control and multitask. Give me a second here, I gotta catch up with the chat. Yeah, you ever look at a building and it was like some chain building that closed down? I don't know if that was a Golden Corral. Oh man, there's another one that's closed down. It's something else now. All right, what do we got? Whoop. Oh, you have it for a lifetime? Cool, cool. I have in-laws in the Bahamas still there. What? 200 gallons, $800 is. I hope that's round trip and not one way. Fudge! I missed. There was a divider here. How do I get there? I'm missing it. I gotta make a left here. Fudge! The massive suck it is to live stream while driving and not pay attention and miss your exit. Damn it! And there's a no U-turn here for me to no U-turn. Alright, because I don't want it. It's funny, the Jupiter interchange, there's a left turn to get onto 95 North, which if I drove 1 mile more, got on 95. It's so funny. It probably saved me half a mile, but cost me like $10 tolls. Oh no, my recomputed time is almost the same time. All right, here's where I'm Yui. And don't go green yet. Don't go green yet. I need to get the left arrow. I need to get over the sensor to get the left arrow. No! Let me get over the sensor to get the left arrow. Left arrow, please. And brake hold. Okay. Now I didn't get the left arrow. Johnny 3 bar got relatives 10 miles away. I haven't seen him in years. Dang! And Boom Outdoors, how's it going? How's it going? Yeah, we are not a massive road trip, day trip. We are going to Space Coast Range Day, so it's like an hour and a half, 90 minutes away. And did I sleep good? I think I slept pretty good. Let's see. Hopefully I got out of the house with everything. I packed everything up yesterday before 4 o'clock. So all my food was made, everything was packed. I got gas Wednesday. And planning for this. And it says I'm 3/4 tank, 270 miles left. And let me turn the left signal on so it looks like I'm a law-abiding citizen. Hey, something weird. I don't know if you firearms, but the short where, and again, flyingRich Firearms is not fine art. It's Timu Andy Warhol. I had one short do like well over 100,000 views, which for me is a big deal. For most people that do gay makeup channels, it's not a big deal. And it was going, and then poof, crashed. And this was not, it's not a natural occurrence how the video got shut down as far as getting views. It was a total, literally somebody like threw a switch, said no more views for you, no soup for you. I couldn't believe, like, it was devastating. It went from here to here, like the bar graph. Didn't, you know, you would expect some sort of sine wave or parabola type curve, but no. Why didn't, oh, I know why. So Kame AI, one of the great features of it is it ding ding when the light goes green, but because it was turn light lane only, it didn't. And to Johnny 3 bar drop. Space Coast Range Day. Thank you, man. Thank you. Johnny 3 bar, we gotta put him on the staff. Both like, hey, let me ask you a question, John 3 bar. How many people do you do this for? You do this for me, you do it for Dark, you do it for Crump. Who else do you do these things for? Because you are killing it. Totally appreciate that. And let's see. Back on the highway. Make sure I get back behind a box truck going 61 miles an hour. And 11 total. No way. No way. What channels do you watch? What other channels do you watch? Because I'm curious. I would guess the Turkeys, Red Dawn. I'm guessing 2AEDU. I've been busy Friday, so I have been watching 2AEDU. Cleaner water. Okay. Oh, and max speed set. Okay. And we are driving. I can't believe I've driven, and don't get me wrong, I was enjoying it at the time, but it's amazing. Like, I guess if you had coal-fired hot water or coal-fired heat in your house and you had to, like, a coal bin somewhere and you just had to throw coal in the house as opposed to chopping wood, drying wood, and all that bit, that probably seemed like a luxury. And I enjoy driving a sports car, but I enjoy driving a sports car on a track or on whatever. I don't enjoy driving a sports car in stop and go traffic. Now, I've driven the Genesis Coupe a couple of times back and forth to New York. Let's see. Oh, Langley Outdoors Academy. Okay. Braden has always been nice to me. So guitar and music stream. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't watch any of that stuff because I'm not musical. Yeah, Braden has always been cool. Always been a nice guy. I'm always, impressed with, like, oh my gosh, he's talking to me, that kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, there's a lot of gun tubers that are nice people. So I'm not throwing shade at anyone. In fact, most of the time, let me just say it that way. Virtually all of them. It's so why did this guy get in front of me? Go slow. You passed me. Are you reading your text? I bet he's live streaming. I bet that jerk is live streaming and not focusing on his driving. Let's see. We did a semi-automatic lane change. Oh, Legally Armed America, Paul. Oh yeah, Paul's another nice guy. Actually, Paul's been cool. I had a chat with him about definition knives, and he sent me images of a knife he likes. So cool things are going on. We kind of had a remix of a plan. I don't know if I want to give too much away. See, I feel like if I run my mouth and don't cash that check with my butt, boy, does that sound bad. I don't like just bloviating about stuff. So, and actually, Dark and I have an announcement, which we've got to coordinate on. I don't know if he's made it yet. Did Dark make any definition knives announcement? 131 miles to Buc-ee's! When the car doesn't like how fast I'm going, how long is it going to warn me it doesn't like it before it does something bad? Oh, we got a text, and I'm going to let the car drive itself, and let's see, so rise and shine. I guess this is Space Coast Range Day. Yeah, so their message is rise and shine, it's shooting time at Space Coast Range. Space Coast Range Day is here. Gates open at 10 a.m. Drop the address. Nice. Don't miss out. Get tickets at spacecoastrangeday.com. Nice. They're killing it. And he's dropping definitionknives.com. Yes. You've never seen a Buc-ee's? I've road tripped and hit Buc-ee's a couple of times. Definitely when we went to GOA Goals. I know Walt and I hit Buc-ee's. I know when Walt, Joe, and I went to Iraq Veteran last October, we hit a Buc-ee's. Of course, I made notes that I got pictures of Dick Heller and I got pictures with the Buc-ee's beaver. So I got Dick and beaver pics. Why does that make me laugh? Am I like a 10-year-old inside? Oh gosh. And we are cut. It's Cocoa Beach when? It says Cocoa Beach, Space Coast. Is it now? Alright, we're at 8:34. 31 minutes to go. Okay, alright. So actually, Caltech's gonna be here. Else is gonna be here. So in case you're wondering, what do they say? Instead of recycling, it should be reuse. So my former daily phone, my EDC phone, my Note 20 is now driving the car. This phone, let's see, what's the power on it? Let me plug it in somewhere. What if I plugged it in here? That is now for my drone screen. And because I was using that phone to drive the car, meaning drive the Android Auto. And I have a Tasker automation on this phone that turns on and off tethering when it connects to the car's Bluetooth. So I don't have to do that. I just have to pick up the phone, which is cool. Dude! I can't believe, we could have hooked up, man. Yeah, they're going to do it yearly. This is the second annual event. Reuse, repurpose, upcycle. Thank you, man. Thank you. So, yeah, Boom Outdoors here. Another person in my hood that I am not seeing on a regular basis. Ooh. Yeah, dude, I'm sorry you haven't had pleasant road trips for a good reason. Meaning, not that that's not a good reason, but fun. I gotta say, that last trip to New York, I couldn't get out of New York quick enough. I was done. I was done being in the car. I didn't want to be in the car anymore. Didn't want to be driving anymore. None of that. I completed all of the mission parameter goals. I'm like, I'm out. I need to get home. I'm sick of being in the car. So, I don't know why I had that feeling, because normally I'm okay with it. Let's see, I'm going to close this. As the sun gets higher in the sky, it tries to cook everything in Florida more. Sometimes I forget to close that. The car is like a hot box, I gotta remember, reuse, repurpose, upcycle. Yes. And I gotta get new tires for this car soon. Not looking forward to that. On my way to New York, whatever receives the ABS signal stopped working. It just seemed like it was cold, because I don't recall it raining. The other day, it rained like a mofo. Standard Florida rain. And the TPMS went out. So TPMS went out when it was cold, TPMS went out when it got wet, and it came back when it was dry. I'm wondering if I got a bad connector or something. But it was all four wheels, which is weird. So I gotta figure that out. Not like I care too much, like as far as diagnostic time, my time, and I'm certainly not gonna pay for a dealer. We want to move to C or C or North Florida. My next road trip may be one way. Dude, Florida's good. Now, if we get open carry in Florida, Alright, I'm gonna say something that. Why did you get in front of me? Why? There's 3 effing lanes you can rolling roadblock in. Why do people get in the left lane and go a mile over the speed limit? Why? Thank you for being a rolling roadblock. Oh, okay. Is it coming up here? No. I thought there was a rest stop coming up, so I could see if you're a slow driver or like driving slow. And there's somebody I know that I've ridden with a couple of times, and they drive like 5 miles under the speed limit. I'm like, it would, if you were going 50 miles over the limit, slaloming in and out of cars, I'd be more relaxed. But going 5 miles under the limit, I'm like, I'm all flipped out. I'm like, go faster! Go faster! Johnny 3-bar. Yeah, my daughter, I was talking to her yesterday. She's got her first job out of college in New York City. She's working at the Helmsley building. And, she's doing the 20-something. She just turned 23. The 20-something-year-old life in New York City, which my wife did. I don't know how old my wife was when she lived in New York. But whatever. Okay. We got a car on the side of the road with the flashy lights. Not a highway pirate. Not based on my eyesight, a highway pirate. I think New York City is a great place to visit or a great place to go for a short period of time. It didn't look all that awful to me when I was there. There are, this guy's kind of moving more. Really? A Subaru driving above the speed limit? Yes, we're going too high. Let me fully manually drive, because I don't want that thing digging at me. No slalom solution for getting through this rolling roadblock. 3, 2, 1, and it got worse. Damn it. And I'm in the left lane with left lane rolling roadblock people. He got the message. What about that guy? Thank you for getting out of the way. And I would have to do multiple double lane shit. Yes! He cleared the way. We got clean air again. And we are 6 miles to our next turn. Exit 156. So, I don't know if I talked about it too many times, but when I went to New York, there were a couple of things I wanted to see. I was looking at it yesterday. Darn it, Christian Nelson. Alright, so my buddy Christian, hour and 8 minutes. Does it do voice? Let me just see. Oh, I gotta agree. I haven't done that with this watch. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it does. I don't know if I have to do something. All right, let's see. Voice to text. It's voice to text. I'm 30 minutes out. No way. That worked really good. No way. That is crazy. Wow, that Super is making good time. And there is a highway pirate ahead, so be careful. This is weird. All right, I did look on the map where I'm going, but I didn't look how to get there. As a pilot, I like looking at the satellite view. All right, we're gonna go slow by the highway pirate. Wow, 2 highway pirates, highway pirating. Let's see. He's got no light bar. He's got a light bar. And we are back on it. And 2.9 miles. Let's get over. We're pretty much in clean air. Semi-automatic lane change. Can we do these? Will it do the second semi-automatic lane change? No. I gotta take the blinky blink off. Hands free. And blinky blink on again. Second semi-automatic lane change. Yeah, I love satellite view. Definitely. Seriously, when I fly an airplane, if I can get another pilot to come with me and fly the plane, and I just look out the window, I'm happy. Flying en route, other than navigating, is not a big deal. And flying. I mean, the work is all takeoff and landing, and more so landing. Because takeoff, you put the throttle forward and, just scan the instruments, make sure everything's looking right. We got a Corvette. Is it a Z06? No. So, yeah, this is Space Coast Range Day, but instead of going towards the coast east, we're going west inland, which I'm not complaining. I kind of figured, because anytime I'm in this area and get off and exit in this area, I'm going east. Look twice for motorcycles. And that was today's propaganda. I don't know if I told you, so I'm doing the Body for Life diet, and I think I gained 2 pounds. And again, time of day, how much water you drank, blah, and 0.3 of a mile I'm exiting. This exit dicel is available. Dude, why are you riding with that load in the left lane? What is wrong with you? So, I'm doing the Body for Life diet, which I gotta plan better. It's if you prepare your meals, like if you do the cooking for a week. So I did cook brown rice, quinoa. If you cook for, and I've been wanting to, do hard-boiled eggs, because cooking an omelet takes a little bit more time. It's kind of like batch processing. So if I cook enough eggs for the week, I don't have to cook every morning. I have to make coffee, and I'm doing instant coffee right now. Just because it's easy. I throw a cup of water in the microwave for 2 minutes. I throw some half and half in another mug for like a minute. And I joke that I like coffee with my half and half, not half and half with my coffee. Anyway, whatever. I like my coffee light. So then I have this frother. Oh, I brought it with me. And I use the frother for a number of things. So I don't know like if you don't have something that steams milk and you like steamed milk, so this is my road trip thing. I use this at home a lot. I got one for the road. So what it is tell me it's not working. It stopped working. Don't. No. Please work. Yes. So it's like a mini blender thingy. And so I'll put like a little bit of half and half in a coffee mug for a minute on high in the microwave, and then froth it up and it becomes foamy like steamed milk. So that's kind of cool. Steamed milk usually is a little sweeter. I don't like burnt tasting coffee. I just like coffee flavored coffee, and I drink tea black. Pretty much any kind of tea, I just drink black. And coffee, I don't put sweetener in unless it's burnt tasting coffee, and you gotta just like dump. And I hate using artificial sweetener, so I try to stay away from that ish, but so be it. And let's see. Let's set for a lower than preferred speed. It's checked by radar. But I brought the frother with me, not because I'm making coffee, but because I got a protein drink with me. Didn't bring the bottle. The fudge! I didn't bring the bottle! I could make it in a water bottle, which negates bringing the frother. Actually, I have multi-step plan B for that. I could froth it up in my coffee cup and then pour it in the water bottle. Whatever. All right. I'm going to take an L on that one. And 9.9 miles to go. So yeah, Body for Life diet. I got to start exercising. I haven't exercised. I would tell you I haven't had the time to, but somehow if you really want. There was a teacher in my daughter's middle school. She said that in life, if you want to do something, all right, now I'm going to mess it up. You don't have to find the time to do it. Was that it? Oh, I forget what she said. I'll have to ask my daughter. Grab a repurposed Nalgene wide mouth from a thrift store. Yeah, I'm where I am. So I gotta push a little harder. I am in Les Bunes of Florida. Store. So I have a theory on how to tell a good neighborhood from a bad neighborhood. And it's based on how close to a runway center line of the local airport you are, how many check cashing stores there are, and how many pawn shops and dollar stores there are. So I think if you had a heat map of those items, you would know good neighborhood from bad neighborhood. Kind of like how when a tornado hits an area, the news reporters all go to trailer parks because all the damage. I'm assuming every media company has a map of the nearest trailer park. So if there is a hurricane tornado, they can go to the local trailer park to see the maximum amount of damage. Well, and I live on a dirt road, so yes. So it's just interesting to me. I kind of chuckle in my brain to myself about living in Palm Beach County and being a redneck in Palm Beach, living in a redneck area in Palm Beach County. We got a garage sale! Garage sale! Alright, and we make a righty. And we got gasoline, and I am still above half a tank. So I should be able to return home with fuel. Little church, I think. And let's see, how many miles away are we? 7.7 miles still. All right, so we are going redneck boony back roads. Jupiter, it's interesting. Islip, where I grew up, is, I don't want to say old compared to European old, but old compared to American old. Not a lot of modern stuff, but not like it's backwoods either. But Jupiter is like very modern roads, very modern design. There's very few older buildings, so it's kind of nice that way, if that's what you like. And what is that little building out there? Was there like, is that a restored train station or something? Dude, if that's somebody's house, that'd be chill. That is one of the biggest. Oh, and I'm not paying attention to the darn road. That there was like a 30-foot what do you call it? Step ladder going into a tree. All right, there's plaques for what that is. I'm betting that was some sort of train station. All right, let me. Under the flight path, Fort Lauderdale Executive. Uh-oh. Did I just, like, diss on my viewer? I don't mean to be doing that. Tuck, did I just insult you? I'm sorry, I apologize. And... dude, this is cool here. Oh, horsies and cows. I'm looking lefty righty. Yeah, the interior of Florida is like a lot of cattle farms. It's funny, people wouldn't know that. Well, they still have the hurricane shutters on their windows. Yeah, the corrugated steel ones. Wow, that's a nice house. Oh, I love that garage. Love that garage. Nice big garage. Drop one! Yes! What do we got? Oh, bees. They're keeping bees. And let's see, car on the side of the road. Gotta pay attention. And he's shooting photos of, I think it was bald eagle in the tree. And, whoa, I'm going 4.1 miles. All right, what's the speed limit here? Oh, I can go faster. We will, therefore, go faster. And so one of the bad parts about Buddy for Life diet is first week I was hungry all the time, and you drink a lot of water, so I was always at the bad. I've been getting up 4 times a night. It's bad. It is really one of the worst things about the diet. I don't know why I look at rundown buildings and think about fixing them up, kind of like romanticize about it. I believe, so we got pine trees and cabbage palms, and this is what, so the the palm trees we just passed weren't, I don't think, what's naturally occurring in the interior of Florida. But yeah, this is what the interior of Florida looks like for the most part. 2.8 miles. More bees. Assuming he's towing a boat or a golf cart. Boat. And we got Bambi. Bye. Bye, Bambi. There are no deer in my hood, and I think it's because of the coyotes. Oh, cows. You got a field of cows. Oh, cow is sitting. So those that know cows would know that cow sitting is right. Wow, he's got a couple of nice big outbuildings. Rectangular size. Got right here. It is whatever preservation park. It is a park. This is much different than Palm Beach County. I mean, don't get me wrong, there are areas, redneck areas of Palm Beach, but the majority of Palm Beach is not like this. Aha. Okay, so I didn't offend Tuck. Good. And it's dog. Let's see if I can adjust that a little bit. Oh, right. Yeah, there is more adjustment. Pine trees and palmettos. Got here. Looks like they're excavating. All right, we're coming up half a mile. We're gonna make a left turn. How exciting! Yay, left turn. I forgot the YouTuber. I used to watch like silly girly YouTube videos with my daughter. In her teens, early teens, and there was this girl. I guess she made money on YouTube. Yeah, she was a young girl, and she had a Range Rover, and she made a big deal about doing her exciting trip to the beach. And yes, there's a Space Coast Range Day sign saying here. So I think I'm good. And now we are totally dirt roading it. I forgot the girl who did it, but I kept teasing my daughter because we live 10 miles straight line from the beach. I kept teasing my daughter that she needs to do a YouTube channel about her exciting trip to the beach. Because it was fairly over dramatic. The like, oh my gosh, I'm here at the beach, look at the beach, look at me at the beach, oh the water's so... Yeah, anyhow. Like she did this whole driving, like, I mean, what kind of YouTuber would do a video about just driving, looking out the camera, you know? I don't know about that. All right, so how fast should I go on the road? It's actually not that bad. There's cars behind me, I'm probably gonna have to step it up a little. All right, so if I go to 30, because self-drive kicks in at 30. How good? So we are self-driving on the dirt road right now. So the car is figuring out where to go. So we're doing 30. No new chats. All right. Wow, you guys stuck with me. I started this from my driveway, so we're like end to end. We're still going 30, which now feels slow. Is it still dirt? It kind of looks like there might be pavement up it. Oh, I gotta pee. So I was doing the Body for Life diet, and I was flying to Florida. And was it a 5-hour flight? Yeah, in my plane. And I stopped drinking all the water like I'm supposed to with the diet, like the day before. But there's still, like 12 hours before the flight, there's still a stupid amount of water dissolve your tissue. And when I landed, oh my gosh. So I finally brought like a Gatorade jug with me, and so there probably should have hot glued a string to the top of the Gatorade jug and the string to the body of the Gatorade jug. And there's a whole procedure in my plane for how to pee, because it's like the seat's 60 degrees right back. It's like a chaise lounge. So it's not like you're sitting at the dinner table. Not like you would pee sitting at the dinner table, but you know. All right, I'm gonna drop because we're coming up to like some sort of checkpointy-ish looking-ish. So I'm gonna say thank you for joining me. I will post social media-ish videos, so check me on the grams later. Boop.